Okay, we're live. I'm live. Are you live? Are you alive? How's everybody doing? Hey, let me know if you can hear me as you jump in. Please let me know. I was setting up another stream for some reason. And so I had it all set up. Now I got to set this one up. So bear with me 1 second as I get my act together. And first person in, just let me know if you can hear me. I'm sure you can, but I always just it's always good to hear from somebody. You guys can hear me. I get a little angst, I guess. Hope y'all are doing good today. Guys, stop saying Prairie. We have got to be at the bottom. Or near the bottom, right? Can we go further? Yeah. Do we want to? If it means more upside, I'll do it. Let's do it. But no, that's not. FOMC meeting on the 16th to 17th. Mailers going out with, and it's not just mail. It's not just postcards. We're talking lumpy, irresistible to opening kind of mail. Lots of them. Like, I am not taking no for an answer kind of marketing campaign. That's what's happening. Are you guys here? I see 6 viewers. Ooh, something I got to do. Hit the like and sub. If you're new to PulseChain, welcome. Welcome. I got to jump over and repost this from the main Grays account. So give me a second. Oh, yeah, man. I got to start doing this. And if I forget, guys, remind me to repost this from the main Grays account because I've never done it. I need to start. So here we go. We should have a few new eyeballs. Not like everybody doesn't get my tweets in there in the main accounts also, but hey, man, let's give it a shot, right? Let's bring everybody in that we can. Dosed Easy, how are you doing this Sunday? I'm doing good. It's a little warm in here, but other than that, I'm doing good. I got lots of water to drink. And I just had a beautiful country drive, literally on a gravel road, up into the mountains, back down, get some work done, So it's all good. And I get to chat with you guys. And we're going to go through the master class. Like last Wednesday, we blew it. We were jabbering so much that we didn't get to the content like we were supposed to. Is my audio good? Doe, can you tell me, is the audio good? I'm still like thinking about going to pick up some steaks for dinner. Ooh, what kind? Do you mind? Let me know what kind. I'll tell you my favorite. Evening, David. I'll tell you my favorite after. Wait a second, man. I want to post this. I thought I did. There we go. We got that reposted. We got it in all the telegrams. And I got everything shut down that I can shut down. So the audio should be decent. The sound is good to you. Cool. I still want to know what kind of steak you like, man. I'm just into steak. I'm one of those all me guys. Ribeye. Ooh, yeah, that's exactly the ones I love. I would eat ribeye steak every single day. I'm not even kidding. I'd take about two. I once ate it must have been a 24 ounce, and I could have eaten more. And I ate all the fat, not the bone. That goes to the dog. Tri-tip, I'm gonna have to try those. But the ribeye is very satisfying, especially when my wife marinades it in a plastic bag in the fridge for all day. And then we actually had some last week. Let's get on topic. Vote at plsfolio.com, www.plsfolio.com. I have not yet today. I've been a bad boy. No, I've just been away from my computer. I was going to vote from my phone, but I had an hour to wait, and then I spaced it. So, all right, I'm accountable to you guys. Let's go do it. How are we doing for votes today? PLS Folio, Crypto 7. How are you, man? Do you like those ribeyes? Hey, we're asking you, everybody, go vote for the Grays currencies on plsfolio.com. Just PLS Folio. Some people have had questions how to do this. So you need to go to the main page and select pTGC. Scroll down a little bit. I guess you don't need to scroll down and then vote. Our average for the 24-hour average always decreases on the weekend. And part of that's my fault. And part of that's everybody's fault, just because everybody's, we're not as tuned in on the weekends. We're doing good. We're doing good, man. We're in the top row. I am not discouraged at all. Absolutely. And these gentlemen here, I think we're going to overtake them. I just do. I just have that. I just got those feelings. No, I think that they're great, and they're like rabid animals, It's almost like a meme. I don't know anything about it, but I have friends over there, and they're excited. Whatever they got cooking, go get them, Tiger. It's all on PulseChain. Oh yeah, let me go vote. Everybody go vote. Everybody take 5 to vote. UFO, yeah, for both UFO and pTGC, please. pTGC and UFO, the best memes on PulseChain. Yeah. And if they're not memes, guys, they're actually memeable. You know what I mean? So let's get into the content, guys. Let's get into it. Charts and news. That's the next order of business here, guys. And Crypto 7, let me just address you. I had listened to you a bucket ton back in the day when Hex was going down. You lit my fire, man. I appreciated your content, and I appreciate you, just so you know. Let's add to the stage. PLS folio. Dex screener. All right, let me widen this a little bit, just for my sake. Oh, it is for your sake too. So pTGC. Well, first let's go to Bitcoin and see what's going on there. Like when everybody gets down in the mouth, and hey, cheers, and everybody's like, so why is pTGC not doing so good? Why is PulseChain not doing so good? Well, guys, go look at Bitcoin. It kind of starts there, does it not? It's at 111,000. Ethereum was 43. It's 4,300 right now. Ethereum it hit 5. No, I don't think it hit 5. Was it 5? 4,800. It almost 5. It made a new all-time high just 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. 49.67 is what I'm reflecting right here. And then we came right back down. I mean, we nailed it and then came right back down. It's been down for 2 weeks. You don't see me selling my bags. You're not going to, because this ain't over. We got to be patient. We got to have our patient pants on. That's Ethereum, PulseChain. What's going on with PulseChain? Nothing. It's just more sideways. Well, actually, we're 3 days in the green. I like that. I like them apples. That's good. What happened back? Is this really the daily? Did we come down? It looks like we came down for 10 days, 14 days. pTGC. Yeah, man. The gray's currency. This is the weekly. Look at that weekly chart, guys. That's beautiful. It's basically up and to the right. And you know what's cool? When you zoom into these previous weeks, I know we did this on a stream the other day. I was just blown away at when you zoom in at some of these areas in the chart that look flat. And then when you zoom in, you can see all the volatility. It's really shocking. Let me reset this. So anyhow, there's the weekly. Let's look at the daily. How are we doing? We do have green for 2 days. I love it. Now the ratio needs some improving. Let's talk about the ratio. This is the ratio pTGC to WPLS. pTGC costs 9.4 PLS per pTGC token. To give you some idea of how far we come, baby. August 26th last year, we made 1-to-1. pTGC has moved up in the last year against PulseChain 9.4x. 9.4x. That's impressive. So this is a token to not just look at in price performance, but in performance against the L1. I've got a post, my pinned post. If you go to my X account, let me see if this will put up my X account. There we go. There's a challenge, 10 million PLS to anybody that can find me a token that has outperformed pTGC in the categories that I outline in the post. And I'm not going to try to go from memory to tell you guys what they are. I could pull it up, but I'm not going to. I'm trying to stay on task today, but pTGC is outperforming everything on the chain, even the cores. Sorry, we love Richard Hart. We love the core assets. We are bonded to them. We're depending on them to drag us up, right? When in this bull market. But the fact is, we're even outperforming the cores. We're burning a lot of the cores. Most of pTGC's LP is burnt. We burnt a bucket ton of PLS, Hex, PulseX, Inc., you name it. That's pTGC. UFOs, of course, is community provided. The LP is, but let's get back on track here. We are miles from top based on conditions. I like that. No conditions for top are near to being met, I think is what you mean. Probably Q2 next year, but things can change fast. So we just watch. Exactly, Crypto 7. We just keep an eye on the market. And I like what you said there. I'm going to hang my hat on that. Probably Q2 next year. Yeah, this whole thing about, oh, it's over in 6 months. I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, it could. We're always keeping our ear to the ground in crypto because it can change so quickly. But yeah, go check out the pinned post, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's read this. What if I told you PulseChain will be successful, but a lot of influencers will have to change their worldview and admit they were wrong? NJ Dub, I wonder. I think you are in the know, though, if I remember right. Perhaps PM me. If you could PM me on Telegram, let me know what you're talking about exactly, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody being here. Like the video and sub. Listen, guys, I'm getting ideas. We're gonna start trying to intercept people that are getting these mail pieces. We're gonna try to get. We're targeting no coiners, people that are brand new to crypto. They need a place to land. So I want to land them on my YouTube. Crypto 7, anybody, go do the same. Let's bring these people into PulseChain and then educate them and help them to have a successful bull run with us. Okay? Let's do it, man. I'm telling you guys what I'm going to do, and I have to go do it. I'm going to figure out how to do a YouTube short, not difficult, but I think I'll do some educational videos, like 30 seconds or whatever they have to be, pop them up, try to draw them into PulseChain. I built a Telegram. If you guys want to jump into the Telegram, you can find it on the PulseChain help desk video that Stylus and I did on Saturday. I'll show it to you. Like, look, I'm famous. Streaming with Crypto Stylist. I'm styling, guys. Yeah, the idea is to bring everybody into PulseChain. So let's leverage the energy of these post mailer things and get them on board. Man, we've done the math a number of times of the effect of just 2% of these people responding and injecting $1,000 each into our chain. It's gonna boggle your mind, man. It does. This is the calm before the storm. I agree, William Dugan. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else than in the pTGC community. Buckle up, friends. Put your tray in the upright position, your chair upright, stow your stuff underneath the seat. Hang on. Thank God. Someone talking about the tablets. Yeah, man. Absolutely, Crypto 7. Think tablets start arriving at homes tomorrow. Thank you for the intel. Thank you very much. I've been wondering. Crypto 7, I'm doing a stream on Thursday. You should check out my my thumbnail. If you go to my YouTube, look at the thumbnail that I did for these, and you may have seen it. You can see it on my Twitter too. I'm matching the branding for the tablets, at least what I understand the tablets are. And the thumbnail is like, "Hey, if you got one of these in the mail, watch this video." And it's literally, we're going to bring people in to PulseChain. What is PulseChain? Who gave you this tablet? What is crypto? How do I get on board into the PulseChain? Just baby steps. But we're gonna leverage some of the branding that Richard Hart did, and I do not think that he would mind. That's good. That's cool. Tomorrow. Thank you, Crypto 7. Appreciate that. So back to the charts. No more lovely stylist. Just ugly chart. So when you are looking at a chart, and I try to show everybody this that comes into my stream. I try to show this every time. That is, and you guys that have been here a while, you know what I'm about to show you. When you pull up Deck Screener and you're looking at pTGC, and this is mainly for new people. Like this is a new person stream. I do it twice a week, just walking you guys baby steps through the stuff. Okay, so when you're checking out pTGC or UFO or any other token for this matter, you want to, and Deck Screener does pull up the chart in USD. What you want to do is, and it looks kind of ugly in USD. I mean, when you zoom out, let's go to the weekly. It looks better. So let's just keep it there. Whatever works. All right, now you want to flip that chart to WPLS. Why? Because, all right, let's be role playing. Part of the challenge on that pinned Twitter post is that find me a token that has moved up against WPLS, you know, as much as pTGC has in the last year, 9x against the L1. You know, in a year's time, not in a month, but a year's time. A lot of tokens can perform great in a month or two, and maybe even against the L1. But how about a year or 2 years? Okay, pTGC in the last year, 9x up against the L1. We're up in USD and in WPLS. So you the way you flip that chart so you can see this number represented in a bar graph like this is you select WPLS. And then we're going to go to the weekly. Let's have a look. Well, we're down for 6 weeks. That makes sense. I just remember being up. Ooh, we went up over 20. Well, 7 weeks ago. And it's been a yo-yo. It has been a yo-yo, but is crypto not a yo-yo? All right, but look at this performance, guys. From the second week to today, we are up 290,000% against PulseChain from the second week. No, that's from the second week. You know, from the second week when everybody had ample opportunity to get a position in pTGC, except for yours truly wasn't there yet. I didn't get the memo. Some of you guys did. Good on you, man. Good on you. Ricky Reyes. Hey, man, it's cool knowing where you are. Looks like all the content creators from the PulseChain networks is stepping up for this last push. Let's go. We're definitely in the final phase. Are you in Crypto 7 for the final push? It has been a marathon. We're sprinting to the finish. We're asking you to join us. Are you? Are you? The hard work's transparent with you and the others. Cool. Hi, Josh. Good to see you, man. I don't know that we've met. It's calm before the storm. Yeah, guys. So now I want to show you my favorite. Oh, no. Oh, I got my slides mixed up. Wait a second. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I've got my slide deck, but I think I messed it up. Give me 1 second. Let me remove this from the studio. Yeah. Give me a second. I got to, this will work. There we go. Monaco or McDonald's. Yeah. Yeah, good one. That's where I'm at, man. Okay. The grays and RH cores. Look at the grays performance. Now, we pulled this data at the end of, I want to say that's, the 17th of July. Look at the performance at any upward tick of RH tickers. And you can see the RH tickers there at the bottom, not being unkind. And then the grays currencies. What do you think is going to happen when those RH tickers move? Yes, I'm going to get an update from my buddy when we are at a new all-time high in the grays. We'll get an update on that chart because that is impressive charting. And guys, if you missed my Friday stream with Zen, the founder of pTGC and UFO, and if you like numbers and charts and such, we reviewed 41 different charts in about 90 minutes last Friday, and it is lit. It was the first time those charts were like really presented in public, and you could literally just scroll through, you know, when you see the image and just pause on the new one, pause your YouTube. You don't got to listen to the audio, and you can just view the slides. If you want the slide deck, let me know and I might even send it to you. They're all going to be in the book I'm writing about the greatest currencies. So they're made for the book, but I'm not holding them back. They're going public, guys, because they're so impactful. So go watch that video and enjoy the slides. There you go. All right. So pTGC and UFO are index tokens. And here's a graphical representation of them. pTGC and UFO are bonded with those tickers on the outside of that ring right there and other ones, mainly the core assets, mainly the cores. But their biggest LP is in this order: pTGC and UFO, that's the biggest one, and then pTGC and PLS and UFO and PLS, and then the other tickers. And what you guys can do is go to www.secretobank.com. Let me pull this up for you. Let's go have a look. We'll do a little field trip here on our computer. It'll be a computer field trip. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get a sip of water. Here is Secreto Bank. Now, secretobank.com. You select volume and then select the default address. Like, let's just go to pTGC. Now, just so you guys know, we do focus a lot on pTGC and to the, how do you put it? UFO, it's just easy to go to pTGC for some reason, but don't underestimate UFO. And we are going to talk about UFO when we go into the DAP portion of this presentation. We're just going to do pTGC first and then UFO. Like secretobank.com, we're going to do pTGC. Okay. It is what it is. Check the volume. Now here's the token address if you need that. And here are the liquidity pairs. The main liquidity pairs, you can sort by liquidity, volume, and so on. So the volume actually is pretty good, 65,000. I mean, in reference to how it has been, if you go back to like last year, and I've been keeping record, we're up in volume probably 10x, I want to say, in the last year. So like last summer, not this previous one, but the previous summer, 2024, the volume, guys, we'd have 10,000 in a day, and now it's 65,000. And the liquidity is 9 million. Liquidity with UFO and pTGC is 2.3 million, 1.8 million with WPLS, and it's being added to with every transaction. Most of this is burnt LP. 1.2 with liquid, 1 million with burnt, 1 million with PulseX, 700,000 with Hex, 260,000 with Atropa, and so on. We even had 220,000 with PDI. And that's, so if this thing happens, we're good. If it don't, we're still good. We're in a good position either way. But the problem is that it's either a problem or it's either a bad problem or a good problem. It's burnt. We couldn't do nothing with it. So I think some of it was not burnt, maybe. The UFO LPs with PDI were not burnt, of course, because they're community provided. So most everybody pulled their LPs. So we'll be good. They're an index token. They're index tokens because they have such thick bonds with multiple assets, especially the beloved RH tickers. Hex, gonna run this cycle. PulseX, whoa, it's deflation. They got to buy and burn. Pulse, what you talking about, man? Don't you think it's gonna run? I mean, yeah, man. Ink, I don't know anything about it. It's just the incentive token. I hear it's, everybody's excited about it. Do you think Richard Hart is going to let any of his tickers fail? I don't. He built a better Bitcoin. Do you think he wants all of his assets in the better Bitcoin? Hex. Mm-hmm. He built a better layer one. Do you think he wants all of his economic energy in his own L1? Mm-hmm. What else is there? He built his own DEX. His own incentive token. He's built all this stuff, and there's a good chance that he wants his stuff to be successful, and B, if it's successful, he's going to bring his stuff over to join the party. If you follow me, that's what I'm thinking. The opportunity of a lifetime. Absolutely, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, guys. If you missed Ethereum, PulseChain. If you missed Bitcoin, Hex, let's see. I can't liken anything to pTGC because it's one of a kind. There's been nothing built like pTGC ever. It's one of a kind. It's the first token that's bonded with all these different tickers that has the tokenomics that it does. That's my way of explaining it. Ari's tickers will not fail. No way. When they fly, pTGC will absolutely send. You're right, Jonathan Shank. Absolutely. They're going to fly. All right. So that was secretobank.com. And you can do the same thing for UFO. Go check out UFO and its LPs. Let's just do it real quick. I've got it pulled up. Oh, the volume is 23,000. That's kind of normal for a UFO to be less. Its total liquidity is 8.9 million. And its biggest LP is $2.3 million with pTGC, 1.8 with WPLS, 1.4 million with PulseX, 1.3 with Hex, and $750,000 with Ink. Yeah, man. We got big LPs, guys. Why? How? Because we bought, I wasn't there, honestly. I was a little bit, but we scooped up cheap RH tickers in all of 2023 and 2024 when they was on sale. Okay. And bonded them, paired them with pTGC, sent them to the dead address where they can never be sold or never, they're going to be there forever. And that's a beautiful thing because we have, burnt liquidity is better than locked liquidity. Locked liquidity is better than unlocked liquidity. You don't want to get anything with unlocked liquidity unless you absolutely know what you're doing. So what are the differences between pTGC and UFO? Let's have a look. We got a slide for this. We have a slide for this. Hopefully it's fixed. Oh, good. Oh, good. It was broken for like 3 streams in a row. And I was like, I have to slap myself, man. pTGC is a 5% fee. And that's on every buy, sell, and transfer. UFO, 6%. Same thing. Buy, sell, and transfer. So buy it from a wallet you want to keep it on. We've been talking about how the LP goes. pTGC is 23 months old. 12.6% of the supply is burned so far. 16,000 wallets. UFO, user-provided LP, and so on. You guys got that? Okay. Let's go and see what we got here. Oh, liquidity totals. We were just talking about liquidity at Secreto Bank. Let's look at this in a visual, shall we? Here we go. pTGC, and this just a couple weeks ago in August. It's total liquidity there, and UFO's total liquidity. And then the gold, guys, is RH cores, and then the green is the total. And then the fees. How are the fees broken up? Well, pTGC, this is brilliant, guys. Yes. Jonathan Shank, I am with you that UFO is a great opportunity. Amazing LP. And it has really not been tested in an up market like pTGC has. PulseChain had a run up from January or so to March of 2024, and pTGC it responded very amazingly. And then UFO came out in May. So UFO missed the opportunity. We don't have any record of UFO really performing against Pulse. I mean, it is up against Pulse, but I mean performing when Pulse performs. And so we just don't know what's going to happen. We can only speculate. But because of its thicker liquidity, like that, okay, thicker liquidity, we anticipate it doing very, very well. So how are the fees broken up? Just like this. With pTGC, let's go to that one first. 2% goes to the DAO, 1% to holders, 1% to stakers, 0.5% burns pTGC. And this is every single transaction, guys. Every buy, sell, and transfer for both of these tokens. This takes place. 0.5% of pTGC is paired with PLS and sent to the LP. With UFO, 3% goes to LP providers, 1% to holders, 1% burns UFO, 1% burns pTGC. The Gray Gazoo. It's good to see you, man. Jerry, how's it going? The one thing holding me back on buying pTGC is that it's not cheap against PLS. Okay. there is speculation that, okay, let's have a look, Jerry. Let's have a look at the chart. We're going to take a quick trip for Jerry's sake. And Jerry, if you have any questions, drop them in. I'm here for you, man. Let's have a look and reset the chart. And we're going to look at pTGC against WPLS. Right now, we are in the 9.5 WPLS per pTGC zone. We were at 22.5 roughly. That was our all-time high. I think we're going back there. So we're 137% below our all-time high in ratio against WPLS. So I think we're going back. Well, I think so, but that's my opinion, Jerry. I'm just telling you my opinion. And I think a lot of people would back me up on that. And I hope I'm right. Okay, this is the thing, guys. And I'll say this for Jerry's sake. We have been advocating everybody get a just-in-case bag of this token because we've had conversations on Spaces and in private. And I'm not joking, guys. We've had combos in a private group I'm in with like 4 guys and just a bunch of guys, okay? We're not like brainiacs, at least us 4. But I've had I've been in other conversations where we're talking about, what the sucker could do. And that's why we recommend everybody get a just-in-case bag. If you don't have, and the just-in-case bag, just for a reference, is like get 1 million tokens. It's literally like $370 right now. 1 million tokens could absolutely. I'm not blushing. I'm gonna look at you straight in the camera. I think, in my opinion, this cycle, 1 million tokens could not just change your life; it could change your family's life. Like that term generational wealth could apply for just a just-in-case bag, 1 million tokens. There you have it. 1 million tokens or whatever you can get. We've seen it. Now, I could show you too, but it's just moon mathy. It scares a lot of people away, to be quite honest. So those are the differences. The liquidity, the fees, we covered that. Rewards. Okay. One thing I want to make clear is that, okay, we saw the fee. Let's see. Let's add this back to the stage. That 1% to holders and 1% to stakers for pTGC, and then 3% to LP providers and 1% to holders for UFO. Okay, there is incentive for holding these tokens in the reflections that you earn just for holding. There are things that you can do with these tokens that I'm going to explain. But before we get there, I want you to understand that there's this weird thing. It's not going to be weird to most of you. It was weird to me, and it took a couple of times for people to explain it to me to understand. But okay, your rewards are based on volume. So if we have $1 million of volume, let's say we have $1 million of volume consistently every day after day after day, all through the cycle. Okay. And so you're going to be, and you have a consistent volume, $1 million, and you have a consistent position in pTGC. That means you're going to get a consistent reward for your volume, right? Well, as the price goes up, the contract is going to buy less tokens. Price goes up, less tokens. Your rewards will remain the same. Like instead of getting $10 in rewards and 10 tokens, you might get $10 in rewards and 1 token after a 10x. So you get, let's say you used to get 10, and now you're 9, 8, 5, and then suddenly you only get 1 pTGC or whatever it is, okay? And you're like, man, I'm only getting 1 now. Well, it's worth 10 times more. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. It took me so long to figure that out. Hey, Kurt, it's good to see you guys. Everybody, like the video. Thank you for interacting in the chat. And subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you would, please. All right, now there are a few differences between pTGC and UFO besides just the basic tax differences. And one of them is, well, they each have their own alien tech, and what's the other one? I'm drawing a blank here. They got an alien tech, and I got it in a slide. Let's just go to the alien tech for pTGC. It's this right here. And I think I need to put these on a yellow sticky, honestly, is what I need to do. I need to do that. Maybe after this stream. Here is pTGC's alien tech. Check this out. This is not a joke, guys. This is serious, well thought out tokenomics. This is how the fee is broken up. The green means stuff going into the system. 0.5% being added to the LP and this is with every single transaction, buy, sell, transfer, everything. 0.5% burns tokens. 2% goes to the DAO. The DAO is it's a true DAO, completely autonomous, except for obviously proposals that get executed by the proposers after they have been approved. Okay, the DAO would go on if the founder was to perish. May that not happen. Okay, and the DAO always does benevolent things for the Grays ecosystem. Agree, the Gray Gazoo, the DAO it's a superpower. It is a superpower, but I call it alien tech. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So the other one is, it's not alien tech, but there's a superpowers, and we'll talk about the superpowers. Thank you, Gray. Appreciate that. Then so you've got 3% going in, 2% that can be extracted from the system, 2% to the holders, 1% of the holders, 1% to stakers. Okay, that makes sense. So what you have there is you have a net positive going into the system. 2% can come out, 3% is coming in. That's a net positive of 1%, or 20% of all the economic energy that comes into the Grays currency ecosystem stays in the system. Yo, and did you read, if you'd read Alex McWhorter's post about the entropy of a blockchain? We read it on Spaces yesterday. Alex Synergy something. That's his handle on X. I wish I had it. I could pop it up for you, but look up Alex McWhorter. He made a post on Friday, very interesting, about the entropy of a blockchain and just read it. Might take a couple times, and how it correlates. And notice the correlation to pTGC. It's pretty uncanny. It's cool. So there's your alien tech for pTGC, with more coming in than going out with every single transaction, whether it's a you transaction or a me transaction or a bot transaction or a DAO transaction. There's more coming in than going out. And what does separate pTGC, what separates pTGC from other assets, even UFO, sorry, I love my UFO, don't take me wrong, is the DAO. We love the DAO. If you're a staker, if you hold pTGC and you staked it, you are in the DAO. You can vote on DAO proposals. Just connect your wallet to the DApp, PulseTGC.com, select DAO, and then scroll down. You can look at the proposals, the current ones, and then you can vote on them also. If you're a top 100 staker, you can propose proposals. Hey, David. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Hope you get some good sleep, dude. So the DAO is what separates pTGC from every other asset on the chain that doesn't obviously have a DAO. And remember, pTGC's DAO is a real DAO. So check this out. The DAO helps pTGC to operate like a ship on the sea, not like a train on the track. A train on the track, when it encounters an obstacle, it can only go through it or it's got to stop and go in reverse. But a ship on the sea, it can go around either direction. It can do a U-turn, in a sense, whatever they call that in naval talk. And the DAO just gives pTGC a lot of flexibility and pivotability. Like when Most token came out, what did we do? We had, like we do right now still, we had PLS sitting in the DAO treasury. And we're like, hey, I think this is an opportunity. This is a Richard Hart meme coin. and he posted about it or whatever. Let's make an LP. So we did. And within like less than a week, we had everybody's money back for the whole community. We had earned it all back in LP or something like that. I don't know the details. I should find out. But that's what the DAO allows us to do. We haven't really done, I was going to say we hadn't really done much. We have done a lot since that most token pairing. And most of what we've done, I think most of what we've done is burning pTGC. We've been burning a lot of pTGC. And I can show you on a chart what's been burning pTGC the most. And clearly, the DAO has been burning a lot of pTGC lately in the last few months, especially I think it was May, June. The DAO loves to burn pTGC. And then we can do nutty things like, this is not nutty really, but we could do things like wise things, like at the top of the cycle, start bonding with stable coins. Why? To soften the downward pressure as we go into the bear market, which is coming up soon. Hello. Maybe even next year. Well, probably next year. So that DAO is key to pTGC's success. It's not the only key, but it is a key. All right, let's get into the DApp, guys. 41 minutes. Not bad to be getting into the DApp after 41 minutes. All right, I want you guys to be thinking about the moon math, because we're going to do the DApp for pTGC, then UFO, then we'll get into the moon math after that. But let's be thinking about the number of X's pTGC can do against Pulse, and the number of X's Pulse you guys think that Pulse can do. We might even throw some postcards in there, see what it's hot in here. See what we can speculate for. Let's do that. We'll go into Pampy and kind of do this. Well, we don't even need, we can do it all and look into and speculate on the price impact on PulseChain. Let's do it. Okay. All right, let's go to the DApp. PulseTGC.com. PulseTGC.com. Let's go to staking. I'm going to show you guys. I got to get my wallet connected. You guys can just stare at me. You're like, oh, thanks a lot, Prairie. You get to stare at you. Yeah. Good morning, MVS. Have a wonderful day. You too, man. I appreciate. If you guys don't, dude, drop your Twitter. If you're still there, drop your Twitter in a comment so everybody can follow you. Go follow MVS Crypto. He does a newsletter, a PulseChain newsletter, trying to keep the community in congruence and everything. And just I scan his newsletter every single week. There you go. x.com/Crip MVS, CRYP MVS on X, CRYP MVS. Follow him on X and repost his newsletter. Guys, you can't hardly go wrong reposting his newsletter because it's a community newsletter. It's not token specific and all that stuff. So I love it, man. I love the newsletter for what it represents in cohesion, right? For PulseChain and the ability to bring us all together in one newsletter. I like to work together as a team. Can you please show how to remove UFO LP? Yes. And you do need to claim your PLS rewards first. Yes, that is correct. Let me star that, and I will try to remember to show you how to remove, because I don't think I've ever actually done that. I think I've touched on it. So let's do it. Good afternoon, SC. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for the amazing shout out, Prairie. Absolutely, man. Yeah, repost this newsletter. All right, let's go. I did not connect my wallet. I did connect my wallet, but I just got to refresh my screen. Reload. Everybody, whenever I'm pausing and stalling, just go vote on plsfolio.com, unless it hasn't been 12 hours yet. PulseChain's tastiest bananas, folks. Where's all the likes? Oh, funny man. If you're a man. Sorry. I mean, you could be a gal. Not sure. Okay. DB. Okay, I got the right wallet connected. What you guys are going to do, what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the DApp, the decentralized application for pTGC and UFO. We're going to do pTGC first. then we'll do UFO. pTGC takes the longest because it needs the most explanation. All right. So before we present the DApp, I want you to understand that you can do 3 things with pTGC. You can hold it, and you don't got to do anything to earn the rewards while holding it, because they come into your wallet in a kind of a super spooky alien tech sort of way. Yeah, the Greys built this, and they're tripping out the Earthlings over here. So you can hold it, then you can stake it, and you can lock it. The staking it is a little bit of a commitment. The locking is a huge commitment. Okay, and we're going to talk about all of that. So let's pull up the D app, and we will start. And you don't have to do it. Like I said, when you hold it, that you don't got to do nothing. How's that for English? You don't got to do nothing. But the staking and locking is mainly what we're going to talk about here. So before we go there, let's jog over here. The pTGC ecosystems is bar none some of the best tokenomics and one of the best communities I've found. Deflationary tokens with massive burnt liquidity pools. Thank you, Josh. You echo many of our sentiments the same. Very, very much appreciate that comment. Okay, so here's the DApp. I have 1 million pTGC in this wallet. It is staked and it's locked. And that's the proper order that you have to do it in. If you want to lock, you have to stake first. So if you hold, like I said, if you hold it, you don't have to do anything. Let's see. Where do I start? This is a little bit of a confusing process for me. I'll just be honest, guys. But let's just go into staking. It's just not like I'm a linear thinker, and this site is not linear to me. So we're going to do a little bit of bouncing around, but I usually hit at least most of everything. Okay, so if you want to stake your pTGC, select the stake button. Bam. You can select half of it or all of it. You can have one stake. Like I can only stake 5,000 because that's all I have liquid right now. You can only have one stake per wallet, but you can leave your stake as long as you want. There's no time commitment. Okay, let me show you that again. You notice you did not have to put any time in here. You just stake. It's like, almost wish we could do this with Hex. Hex is its own thing. So no, we're not going to go fix Hex. Don't be silly, Prairie. But literally you can have one stake and keep it staked forever and ever. Your yield is liquid. That's the yield that I've earned on 1 million pTGC since February 10th of this year, because I restarted this on February 10th. So this 8,000 pTGC, I can claim it at any time. I'm not going to. I am going to do that in another year because we're keeping it. We're getting data from this. And then you can withdraw your stake, and that means end your stake. You can end it anytime you want. You can claim, like I said, let's go back to that. You can claim your pTGC anytime you want. And when you claim it, it draws it. The contract sends it from the contract to your wallet, and then it starts earning reflections. And honestly, I've done the math on this, that you really don't need to claim your staking rewards or your lock-in rewards any more than about once a week. That's not financial advice. That's just what I do, even less. Why? Because if you do it more than once a week, it's like weed whacking poison ivy in a bathing suit. You're just only hurting yourself because you're taking your time. You're spending gas money. Well, honestly, it's not very much. It's mostly your time and your aggravation, and you're interacting with a contract. And I've done the math. Like once a week is pretty suitable. Now, once a day, you might make like 0.00001% more, or some crazy thing like that. It's like when I saw it, I did it in a spreadsheet, and I was like, once a week, or if you get a big influx of yield, then it's not too bad to flip it, get it out of that contract, and get it into your wallet because it sits in the contract until you claim it. Okay, and then if you withdraw the stake, let's show you that. If you withdraw the stake, that means you're ending the stake, and you're going to pay 1% of your principal that goes to all the other stakers. That's a hit. So, and in my research for the book, I come to find out that it takes about 100 to 200 days to ROI on your 1% when you withdraw your stake. About 100 to 200 days, and that was during a sideways market. So if we have a lot of upside volatility and a lot of volume, that they kind of go together, don't they? Then you should ROI in your 1% even faster. I don't know, maybe 30 days. So in my position, like I just staked a bunch of pTGC just a few weeks ago, and I actually made some 90-day locks last Monday. I made 90-day locks last Monday because I had this pTGC that it was staked that I finally got around to staking, and I was like, why don't I just lock it? Because we got 9 days left in this cycle, I think. So I took the chance. It was a little risky. I had to think it through, but I was like, I'm locking it in 90-day locks because I want all those rewards. And just like the locking rewards are a superpower for pTGC, the staking rewards are too. Thank you, Ty. He came in our spaces and talked about that a few weeks ago. And I was like, well, yeah, the staking rewards and the locking rewards, the contract does not care what the value of the tokens are that it is sending to you. It is sending you a certain quantity of tokens when it comes to the locking rewards and the staking rewards. The withdrawal. How does that work? You got staking rewards. Oh, and then there's because you've got, I was getting confused. You got staking rewards. So you just your regular rewards from the staking. And then when other people unstake, you get a piece of that 1%. And that 1% is equivalent to the 30% that people nuke when they nuke their locks early. So, and you can guess when somebody unlocks and they forfeit 30% of their principal, they're going to also unstake and forfeit another 1%. So it actually will be more like 31%. So we should put that into the calculator. Kong, I should reach out to him and see. I think that makes sense. I think we should just build it in, or you can just do it on your own. But I'm gonna reach out to him. It's not worth writing down right now. I thought about it. So yeah, that's it. And then once you claim those rewards, they go into your wallet and start earning reflections. Compound interest, guys. Locking. You guys ready for locking? Let's get to this comment first. Enjoying opening my MetaMask and seeing more tokens every day. Then connecting to the D app and seeing what staking has paid out. Then checking out what early unlocks have paid. Woo! Such a beautiful thing. You got it, Jonathan. Yeah, I guess we had some pretty big unlocks earlier this week. No, it was last week. Let me know if we got some unlocks this past week, like in August. I mean, in September. August was a crazy month for unlocks. One of my friends unlocked a big bag by accident. And if you're in here, dude, my heart goes out to you, man. One of our guys, he just made a mistake. And the lesson is that everybody can learn from him is when your locks mature, don't get in a rush to unlock them. Please don't. And don't do crypto on your phone. All right. Lock up your tokens or regret missing out those long-term gains, baby. Yeah, I love locking. Hold on a sec, guys. That was a big drink. I needed it. I ate my dad's apple pie for dessert today. It's good. Makes me thirsty, though. Okay, so we covered holding, staking. Now let's talk about locking. Okay, hold up. Bring this up to the stage. This wallet has, again, 1 million pTGC locked right here. 1 million. I like the nice even number. It's getting us some nice good data. It has earned 5,000 pTGC in I locked it up on February 10th, 2024 at 6 a.m. You think I might be a morning bird. And it matures in 2034. It's a 10-year lock. just around the corner. I've never claimed anything. Well, wait a second. Hold on. I think I did claim. Yeah, I did claim. Because see, this is what I earned from locking so far. I claimed everything on February 10th of this year. So there you have it. You got to stake your tokens first, then you can lock them. So why would you want to lock? Okay, there's a couple reasons for locking. One, delayed gratification, but two would be the rewards. And there is a distinct difference between your reflection rewards, your staking rewards, and your locking rewards. And I already alluded to it. I did explain it. Your reflections and staking rewards come to you based on the value of the tokens today. pTGC, 304, whatever it is. Your locking rewards are a superpower for you as a locker, in that when somebody unlocks, the contract does not discern the value of all the tokens it's sending to you as a locker. It's only going to say, hey, Jonathan Shank is a 1%. He holds 1% of the locking pool. He gets 1% of all those tokens. So if, let's say, Greg Gazoo locked up 1 billion tokens, and then he had too much pizza one night, and it was late, and he had a wild hair idea. He decided to go unlock his tokens, and he paid the whole community, Jonathan Shank included. And so Greg Gazoo forfeits 300 million tokens because he locked up 1 billion. Jonathan Shank has a 1% position of the 300 million. So he's taken home 3 million tokens. What if those tokens are worth $1 each? Well, Jonathan Shank, it's happy days for John. Congratulations, man. And the other 99 lockers too. You know, that's how it works for locking. It's a superpower for pTGC. UFO has its own superpower also. Don't misunderrepresent the UFO. I got to talk to myself. I need to represent, and we're going to move on to UFO and answer Jay Green's question too about how to on LP. Okay. Are there any questions about locking and staking? There are some things that we need to show. That's the locking tiers. When you're in a 90-day lock, you keep 55% of the rewards. So let me show you. So that's your tiers. Let's come back to that in a second. Here's your rewards sitting in the contract. When you claim them, if this were a 90-day lock, I would keep 55% of those tokens. 45% would go to the dead address. They don't go to a founder's wallet. They go to the dead address, reducing the supply. So any locks that are less than 10 years are like, they're the benevolent locks. Okay. I don't have many benevolent locks. I do my benevolency on YouTube. So here's the lock and tier system. And the 10-year locks is like the gold standard, and the 90-day locks is like the silver standard. Everything in between is just good locks. Okay. All right. So you do need to think about some things when you're locking. Like, you got to understand that you can access your tokens, but only 70% of them before the maturity date. If you locked 1 day into the next tier, you will earn from that tier. That's a hack, guys. Write it down, put it into practice. Like, if you want to do 10-year locks, why don't you lock for 9 years and 1 day? Unless you really want that delayed gratification, like, I'm going to force myself to wait until year 10. That's fine. Do it. I have some 10, like, thankfully they're not really 10-year locks anymore, but yeah, I went big and I went 3,650 days. Whoops. I would have done 9 years in a week or so if I'd been thinking about it. And then, is that it? You can access your yield at any time, just like with staking. Let me look at my notes here. Hold on. Oh, one thing is, if you have, like, you got a big old bag of pTGC and you're like, I'm interested in this locking thing, and I like the 10-year locks because I want 100% of the yield. of the rewards from early unlockers. Well, consider locking up into smaller bags, because then if you decide to nuke a bag, you're only going to pay the penalty on one bag versus your whole bag. Okay. If you break it up into 10 bags or 5 bags and you nuke one, then the rest you're not nuking. That's it. That's it. Let me check my notes here. We did that. Okay. If you guys got any questions, put them in the chat. There are no dumb questions. I am not going to make fun of you. If I perchance made fun of you, you guys can send me hate mail or something, because I should not be doing that. I'm not doing that. I refuse. I will not. I'll slap myself. If I made fun of you and you call me out, I'll slap myself. You guys can demand it of me. Now you guys are going to be like, I want Prairie to make fun of me because I want to watch him slap himself. That would be funny, wouldn't it? What are the main differences between UFO? We're going to skip that one. Man, I already mentioned it. Let's go. You can hold the token to keep all the reflections, but the yield farmers take no cut. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's read that again. Hold the token and keep all the reflections. And that's written really stupidly. Let me rephrase that. The tokens that are being held in people's wallets are receiving the reflections. The tokens that are in LP are not. There you go. LPs tend to stay put, because if they pull out and the price dips, others will jump in to grab the cheap tokens and share rates. True. That is true. Like, I'm an early LPer. I'm one of those Genesis LPs. Thank you, Mando. I will be LP'd for a long time. Probably. I like them rewards. The LP rewards, guys, if you guys are LPing right now, they're juicy. I used to have to buy PLS all the time. Now I don't. It also has 50% more liquidity paired with RH tickers. Is that true? I think that's not true. I'm going to challenge that. I built the slide. Let's see. False. Close. It's close. It sounds good. And that's part of the game. It sounds good. Yes, I'm a bit of a sales guy. I don't work in sales. Well, yes, I do. I'm in the pTGC ecosystem. All right, let's go on to UFO. Hey, man. Jay Green, you still there? Let me know if you would. Let's get this up because I want to show you. We will we'll go here and we'll show the D app. Okay. So we're moving on to UFO. This is going to go quickly. It's going quick. What do I say? I'll say it again. Don't underestimate UFO. I just leave it at that. You can buy, I'm not going to leave it at that. You can buy 5 times more of the supply of UFO than you can at pTGC right now. 5 times. If that means anything to you, then there you have it. To me, it has meaningful. What's the backstory on pTGC UFO? Who is the founder? How did it start? Great question. I can tell you are doing your research. The founder his name is Zen. He's a buddy of mine. He's a buddy of many people in the community. You can talk to him directly on Spaces tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. He holds a voice chat on Tuesday and Thursday in the Telegram. If you want the times on those, I have them right in front of me. Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific. Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific. And on Spaces, we have Spaces Monday night and Saturday. Monday night at 5:30 p.m., Saturday at 8 a.m. But also in the Telegram. Here is this should be the Telegram right here. Yep, there we go. There's the Gray's Currency Telegram. Oh, I want to tell you guys. Let me finish with Jerry, and then I'm going to do something. Let me just get this set before I forget. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Thank you for being patient. Okay, the backstory on pTGC and UFO. Oh man. The founder was introduced to Hex by a friend. he became a fan immediately of Richard Hart, started studying Richard Hart and the financial. Thank you, Josh. See you later, man. And the financial system, the financial everything, and how to make money and create money and invest. And the guy is he could be a savant. I don't know if you know what that is, but just one of those guys that's just like smart about everything. You just make me so jealous. And he had a vision to create a be-all, end-all token. All right, listen, Jerry, you want to hear some alpha? Do you want to hear some alpha? Okay. Richard Hart figured out how to make tokens in more demand. No, not demand. Let me back up. That's the second part of the alpha that I'm about to tell you. The first part is he figured out how to make tokens deflationary. I think is how I need to ask Zen how he words it. But he figured out how to make tokens deflationary. Richard Hart, he did that with PulseChain. It's not difficult. You reduce the supply, increases demand. It's like, duh. Okay, we all get that. I think Richard Hart, though, he brought it up a level, but he could not figure out demand. The demand part of a crypto is typically you always got to be bringing new people in to buy your token in order for a number to go up. Always got to be onboarding. And this was a frustration for many people, including Richard Hart. He's like, the demand part of the equation has not been solved yet. Well, Zen figured it out. And he says, and this is a guy that if you lent him your car, he would return it washed and gassed up and probably thank you with a big bear hug. And he's like, when I discovered in his mind the equation for solving demand, he said it ran chills down his spine. And it would have sent chills down my spine too, because I'd be like, whoa, baby. Now I got to figure out how to make this work. So he figured it out. I'm going to tell you. And then he made it work. So what did he figure out? He figured out how to leverage the market maker bots, the AMM bots on PulseChain that are running 24/7, which I forgot to tell you guys about way back at the beginning of this. I got to insert something here, guys. All right, there we go. I'm never going to miss that again. I deleted it for a good reason. So Jerry, he figured out the demand part of the equation. So what is the demand? Is it that the AMM bots also need to pay the fee? So when you have pTGC that's bonded with all these different assets on PulseChain, and when the pairs go out of alignment, the bots got to swoop in and fix and get them back into alignment. And they got to buy and sell out of the different pools. And when they do that, they're paying the fee. They're paying the 5%. The UFO, they're paying the 6%. And this goes on day after day. And so if users don't even transact, we still have volume, and we earn money out of that volume. So $100,000 in volume in a day, we speculate that maybe $60,000 of that, 60%, is AMM bots. Somewhere between, I've heard, and it's really difficult to tell, but somewhere between 50 and 80% of our volume is bots. Yeah, that's the demand. So that's the backstory. pTGC. That's for pTGC. It was launched on October 11th, 2023. And then 5 months later, 6 months later, UFO was launched. And UFO is a different animal. It's amazing how the one big difference between the two is the DAO. But in my estimation, like they might even still be like so equal, the pTGC and UFO. And I'm guys, I try to be a man of integrity, and I do get excited about things, but I know when I need to tone it down. And I'm having one of those moments like, all right, Prairie Banana, and check yourself. You know, do you really believe this? What you just said, that these two are equals? You know, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know how it happened, but you know, you'd have to ask Zen. Like, jump on the spaces. Somebody, I'm challenging you. Zen's gonna kill me if he hears this. Ask him, what do you think? Is one of these a 51% and the other one's 49%? Hopefully he'd probably just work his way around that answer. I'd be too honest. But UFO is, I mean, look at that liquidity, and it's just different, and it has not been tested. pTGC is like the mothership, you know, and it's how do you put it? Oh, it's got the Dow. I love the Dow, man. Okay, is that enough backstory on the UFO? Who's the founder? His name is Zen. How did it start? And how did it start? And this is another part of the story, Jerry, is that some guys put their, you know, you got to have LP when you start a token. And these guys put their, I won't use their names. I don't even know who they are exactly, all of them, but they put their money on the line, like life savings, into this crypto because they believed in it so much. And they burned it. Burned. And then it was go time after that. It was like, okay, we burnt the ships. Now we have to make it work. pTGC is, in my estimation, this did not originate from me. It originated with somebody very close to the code. pTGC is the checkmate of the Pulse network. It's the checkmate of the Pulse network. It's the be all end all token. There you go, guys. All right, let's get into UFO. UFO. Sounds like my teenage daughter. UFO. I could never get her to do that. All right. So you connect your wallet. Let me back up. I always forget this. You can do two things with UFO. You can hold it and you can LP it. So a lot of people just hold it. And I got a pie chart to prove that just a lot of people hold it. And that's fine. You're actually earning quite a bit of APY. Not 5 times the APY is that we thought, but you know, up to 5 times. We actually got data that it was 5 times the APY. But it just so happened that the very time that we discovered that, and we've been repeating it for like months, but you go look back and it's not 5 times, you know, for most of it. It's just that one time that we discovered it. The rest of the time it's like 1.5, 2, 3. It's like the one time we discovered it is when it was at its highest, and we go repeat it, you know. So if you guys want the data on that APY, I should make it into a slide, and I'll probably do that for the stream in October when we review all the slides. I should do that. I really, you know what? Let me just write that down. That is one important thing. I mean, even for this presentation, slide the UFO versus UFO LP APY. Hold on a second, guys. I appreciate your patience. Versus holding APY reflections. And if I don't write thoroughly my notes, then I can't understand what I'm saying. So slide the UFO LP APY and reflections APY. Okay. Because that's important. I mean, we could have popped that up and talked about it. Let's not pause any longer here. Let's go to so for Jay Green, we're going to talk about how to, and I think you said you're here. Oh, I got one thing, guys. One thing is that my buddy, Shaka Vibes, he wants to gift me $1,000. Okay. In order for me to get this $1,000 out of his pocket, you guys have to give me $1,000. Somebody, I don't remember his name. If I see him, he's not in here today. He already gave me $100 in Pulse. If you guys want to participate, You don't got to say who you are. If you want to, there's my wallet. And my buddy Shaka did not tell me he was doing this. It's just for the month of September. So we'll go to the end of September, and whatever you guys give to this wallet, that's my wallet. I will get it over to Shaka, and he will match it if you guys want to tip me. And it's kind of in lieu of the super chats, because I've spent so much time trying to get my YouTube monetized. I was monetized. They pulled it for some stupid, weird reason, something to do with my bank or whatever. And I've tried to fix it 3 different times. And this is like, I'm going to fix it. It's just a pain in the butt. So if you guys want to contribute and get money out of Shaka's wallet, send some money to that wallet. And you don't got to tell me if you do it. I'll just look at the end of the month. But if you want to, absolutely, I'll shout you out, whatever, all that stuff, you know. But there you have it, guys. There's my wallet. UFO. Same DApp, PulseTGC.com. Go to UFO token. We're going to, like Jay Green, we're going to talk about making an LP, UFO liquidity pools. And then we're going to talk about how to break it. But I don't want you to break your LP until we go to this, after I get done with this special slide. Okay, Josh? Just hold tight, if you would. I mean, unless you really, really, really got to. Right? Let's say we're going to make an LP of UFO and PLS. Click Manage Pool. Add liquidity. You might need to authorize the UFO and PLS in your wallet. And then just, sign the transaction in your wallet, and you will have an LP. And then you'll go check it. But let me back up here and explain a couple of things. In the D app, you need to LP on the D app. Otherwise, you will forfeit any rewards. Does that make sense? You got it. Like the 3% going to LP providers, you would not receive if you didn't LP from the DApp. There are some tokens that you might want to be aware of LPing, and that is UFO pTGC. I wouldn't touch that one with the 10-foot pole, because you're going to pay 5% going into the pool for pTGC and 6% for UFO, and the same coming out. That's a big hit, guys. So I didn't touch that one. I'm not going to. No, sir. No, sir. And the other one is UFO PLS. You won't pay the UFO fee going in, but you will coming out. And that's just how it was built. Okay, but you have to LP on the DApp. Now let's show Jay Green. But again, Jay, if you don't mind, I have one slide. Where is it? There it is. One slide that I need to move this slide. I need to move slide 10 to the superpower section. One slide that shows the, and I need to show that slide actually before we show the special slide about the share rates. Okay, so just hold tight, man, if you would. This is not financial advice, just buddy advice. So what was I saying? How to unpair. You would select manage pool, remove liquidity, and then you can actually remove a percentage of your LP, whatever you want. Like you could do 1,000, or you could do 100%, whatever amount of the PLP tokens you want to un-LP, you can do that. Okay. When you do that, you might want to be aware what you can do is go to, like Jay Green, this might apply to you. Go to pulsex.com. Let's do this right now. Let me remove this, because this is right on topic, Jay Green. This is a good question. Let me get this. Let me get pulsex.com pulled up. Connect my wallet. Rabby. Hold on, guys. Internet money. Oh no, not internet money. I've got interference. Oh no. Well, let me disable this wallet. Hold on. Manage extension. I'm going to turn it off. Okay. Guys, appreciate you being patient. Now, Rabby should work. Come on, Rabby. Let me refresh. You guys know the drill when you're messing around with wallets. Can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what you can do, Jay Green, connect your wallet to PulseX. And the reason you may want to do this is, okay, let's go back to the dApp. Watch this, man. Go back to the dApp, and let's go back to UFO token, and I'm going to show you the UFO shares. So let's go to UFO PLP rewards. And then it's going to populate here in a second. You're going to look at this UFO PLS pool right here. See the UFO shares right here? 1 million. That's how many UFO I put into that pool. I put 1 million UFO into that pool. We're about to see how many UFO is left. Not listed. My wallet is not listed. Not listed. Oh, you know what? I think that's, hold up. I'll get to the right address. How is that not the correct address? Oh, you know what? I think I must have. Thanks for checking. Thank you for letting me know. 0xe. I put O, or I think I must have put O, like the letter. Well, hopefully you guys didn't send anything to the wrong address. Honestly, I would deeply apologize. Like if you guys threw money at me and it went to some dead address, let me know. I will reimburse you because I completely apologize. I got to fix that. Another thing I got to write down. Fix address. What it is guys, is I have you guys know about my keyboard. That should fix it. That shouldn't be enough. And I thought I had it. I thought I'd put it in correctly, but obviously it's really close, but close don't count in crypto. It's got to be exact. So again, Jay Green. And thanks again, Crypto World, for letting me know about that. And go ahead and check that one. Let me know if that one works. UFO shares. That's 1 million UFO that I put into this LP. And those UFO shares is what guarantees my yield, which is down here in PLS. All right, now let's go to PulseX liquidity. Okay, I've got the same wallet connected to PulseX. Let's see how much UFO is in this LP pair right now. Select liquidity. V2, and then there it is, UFO PLS. There is 306,000 UFO in that pool. So I input 1 million UFO, and now it's worth 306,000 UFO. So I lost a lot of UFO. And why am I showing that for Jay Green? Because you're going to need to understand that when you connect your wallet, assuming you have an LP, you might have less UFO in there. And then if you wanted to, like, let's say you unpaired, and this is my experiment, my example. You unpaired, and then you're like, hey man, I really wanted those UFO shares. I got to repair. Well, now I can only get 306,000 UFO shares, and it's the UFO shares that's generating you the pulse yield. So let's look at this experiment. This is the unpairing simulation. Now, this is in my experimental wallet is a 1 million UFO. I just made it by 100. So I made it, is that 100 or 1,000? Oh, it'd be 1,000. So I 1,000x'd it. So I made it 1 billion shares. So everything's just 1,000x, guys. So the current UFO, and this is a few weeks ago, 261 million, because UFO was up actually at that time. Hey, Spectre, good to see you. And Pulse, there was 224 million Pulse in there. And then I simulated unpairing, like, unpaired. And then I'm like, okay, I want these UFO shares back because I regret my decision. Well, I'd have to buy 739 million UFO, $29,000. I'd also have to buy I'd have to have equal pairs for equal on both sides. So I'd have to buy 648 million Pulse, $29,000. So the UFO share rate, it's equal to 1 UFO token. Then on May 14th, 2024, 1 billion UFO was $3.2 thousand. That's just for perspective. And then each share is now worth 3 times the token price. Oh, thank you. Yes, you're correct. Good idea. Teamwork, teamwork. Good deal, man. Appreciate you. There you go. So I hope that helped you, Jay Green. I really sincerely do hope that helped you. I think we're done with the UFO shares. That was a good illustration. Let's look at the superpowers. There we go. Alien tech and superpowers that Prairie needs to write on a yellow sticky. pTGC's alien tech is the AMN bots, like I just explained to you. And the net inflow being greater than the outflow, it's superpower. pTGC has one superpower. It is the locking, which is user-centric. UFO has an alien tech, which is, of course, alien AMN bots. It has two superpowers. One, its thickest LP is with pTGC, which is the mothership, and the UFO shares, which are user-centric. That's me and you. User-centric, guys. Each of these tokens has a user-centric superpower. Yeah, man. We got through the D app. I think it's time. Oh, one thing about UFO shares is the different pools. You got 7 pools to choose from. Is that they all share alike for the rewards. The PulseX V2 rewards that you earn for LPing on the back end are going to be different from pool to pool, or could be different. But as far as the UFO ecosystem, it doesn't matter what pair you enter, you're going to receive the same rewards. And there is a chance that if like any of your paired assets, like Ink, for example, was to run up, or if Pulse was to run up, or whatever, runs up against UFO, and you end up with more UFO in your pool, you could literally unpair and then repair and have more UFO shares. And since the UFO shares is what determines your portion of the yield, you could earn more PLS. And the word on the street is that as PulseChain goes up, these UFO shares are going to become more difficult to achieve. That's going to be obvious, okay? If the price of UFO goes up, and it already has, it is already becoming more difficult to achieve, to get the number of shares that the Genesis holders have. So like, and I'm one of those Genesis guys. I may never unpair my LPs. And I know I have friends that have told me they may never unpair their LPs. So it's a good tight ecosystem with diamond-handed users all over the place. There you go, guys. Let's see. We're gonna do some moon math. You guys get me a number of X's for. We're gonna do 10x against the blockchain, but give me some X's for Pulse. What do you think Pulse can do? Yeah, this cycle. You know. Hold on one second while you guys get that to me. Hold on one second. I should have popped something on the screen for you guys to look at. would have been courteous for the YouTube people. Sorry, guys. Okay, we did that. Okay, we're ready for that section of the presentation. We're just going to go straight to moon math on look into pTGC. Look into, make sure I'm logged in here. I'm not, so I will log in. We're doing good on time, guys. We're doing good. All right, first, if you guys haven't checked out look into, you should look into. Let's go to the dashboard first. We're doing good on time, so let's review the dashboard. I haven't done this in actually quite a while, even personally. The dashboard and the D app are free. It's a paid site. But let's see. We're on the dashboard. Total burn is 42 billion. 42 billion. Man, you know, I'd like to just have one of those. You know what I mean? You. We burned 54,000 in the last 15 minutes. Good job, guys. And the last hour, 1.3 million. Those are tokens that will never go in. They will never earn another reflection or staking reward. Every single one of those tokens that goes to the burn address will never earn another reward. Period. It's a reduction of supply. Oh, I got to get, I missed something. I want to tell you guys something. Man, I know I got it, but I'm going to tell you guys now. When you hold the Grace currencies, either one, pTGC or UFO, you got your bag here, right? You got your 10 million tokens, your 100 million, your 1 billion tokens, whatever it is. And it is constantly inflating. It's getting bigger, right? Because even if you're just holding your tokens, you're earning reflections. So it's getting bigger slowly, and that's okay. The older you are, the more okay that is. Then you've got the supply, the overall supply that is reduced by 42 billion in the last 2 years, and it is slowly reducing. What does that mean? That means that your position relative to the overall position is constantly expanding while the overall circulating supply is, what do we call it, reducing. So, and that also means that your rewards are increasing. It also means that you can spend, if you wanted to, you could take home all of your pTGC rewards and you would still continue to earn more rewards. Genius tokenomics. It's the ones that are going to win, like, if you want to win against yourself, man, in that delayed gratification, like win mind over matter, hodl pTGC or UFO and win. Yeah, man. 1000x. No blushing. I love that. Okay. All right, guys, you got me some numbers. Yay. We're going. Let's go. Let's kind of finish this review real quick. So we got the burn supply, and then down here, we've got the 24-hour volume. It's $68,000, guys. That's good. Okay. I like it. I know the price is down, but when price is down, that contract's just sending us more tokens to our wallets. So it's all good. It's good. We got some APY data here. That's cool. What else? Here is the fee allocation. So in the last 24 hours, there's been, this is at the 5%. There's been $3,413 allocated to what? Burn, liquidity, DAO, holders, stakers. Yeah, man. Then UFO. You got market metrics, $16,000 in volume, $8 million in liquidity. There's your CERC supply. We're 416x from a penny. How many X's is pTGC from a penny? 27x. I've seen it as high as, 13? So we'll get back there, guys. Just hodl on. I was just say, hold on, hodl on. Fee allocations the last 24 hours, $1,000. Okay, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. But not exceptional performance. But you will not sense any bearishness in my tone of voice. We're moving on, man. We haven't had a full cycle. These machines have not been tested in a full-on bull run, and I am excited to see it, guys. Moon math. pTGC PLS, X factor of 10. We're going big, guys. Go big or go home, as they used to say. Maybe they still do. All right, okay, so let me do some math here. Pulse, I want to see how different you guys are. Pulse is 438.67 times equals 0.04. Okay, so 1,000x on Pulse is 0.04, and the Gray Gazoo suggested 0.05. I like those numbers. Ooh, let's do it this way. Plus 0.0555 equals divided by 2. 0.047. 0.047. That's what we're doing, guys. We're going to split the difference. Oops. 0.047. And how many x's is that? 0.047 divided by 0.003867. That's a 1217x. 1217x, guys. Okay. Let's bring that over to look into. We're going to do an x factor of 10. 10x. X. And I'm just going to put in the x's. 1217x. That's going to be a lot. So just so you guys know, okay, the x factor, if you're new, the x factor is how many x's does pTGC do against PLS? In the last year, we've done 9 plus. So you take the x factor times the number of x's that Pulse does, and that's going to be 1,200 times 10, so 12,000 plus x's, and that's x. I got to make sure you get the x in there. And that's a $4.50 pTGC because it's a 12,000. Okay, so how can we get to that number? How can we get to 12,000x in Pulse? Big guys, that was a $4.50 pTGC. Yeah, know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, it's within the realm of possibility. Is it probable? You know, I talk about probable and possible. It's absolutely possible. Is it probable? It's like, in my estimation, it's like very probable. But you know, that's a very probable. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's not a certainty. Not a certainty, but it's probable. It's definitely possible. But somewhere in there, it's somewhere between possible and very probable. What if it's 100x? Fail. 500x? What if we do 500x? Well, let's go back to the calculator. 10x on pTGC, 500x on Pulse, and that's just gonna be half. $1.83. Nobody's gonna be crying at 5,000x. No one's gonna be crying, guys. Okay, 500x. What does it take to get a 500x or 1,000x on PulseChain? Let's go to the Moon Math 2.0 calculator. And let's say, okay, let's do this. I think we can do this in our heads. We have mailers going out. Let's say there's 10 million. Okay, let's go big. Because I think Richard Hart is a big guy. He likes to go big. 10 million mailers. Okay, 2% response. That's 200,000. 200,000 people. And they're going to inject $5,000 each. Times 5. That's $1 billion. Yeah, that's $1 billion of buy pressure. You guys ready for this? PLS, WPLS, $1 billion of buy pressure. This is already preset, and I should just remember. Oh, come on, computer. Come on, Pooter. It's 100 million. Let's put another billion there. Another zero there. We're going to calculate the impact. Now, obviously, this doesn't include any sell pressure. It doesn't include, but it doesn't include, it also doesn't include any organic growth, because when green candles come, everybody else that even didn't get a mailer is going to be piling in. Everybody that the mailer recipients that's going to be talking to their friends, they're going to be piling in. And these people are going to put in more than $5,000, the recipients. And it could be more than 2% response. It could be less. They could put in less. But when Ignatius puts in $5,000 last week, and now it's worth 1,300, he's going to go find another $1,000 or $5,000. You're going to put in some more. Isn't that what you and I did when we found Hex and Richard Hart's products and crypto? Absolutely. We're going like scouring the couch cushions, right? Looking in the backyard, in the garage. What can I sell? I'm having a yard sale, man. I'm getting everything I can. And now's my chance to get rid of the cat. It's all going into crypto. Yeah, man. $1 billion of buy pressure. And that was from 2% a response putting in $5,000 each. Yeah, I think the respondees are putting in $5,000. These mailers are not going to the wrong side of the track. They're going to we call it out here, we got a snob knob. The top of the hill where those guys live. We're going to get into their pockets. And well, some of those guys, they're all like, what do they say in Texas? Big hat, no cattle. Yeah, they can be like that, but hopefully not. All right, here it goes, guys. $1 billion in buy pressure in PLS. 13,000. 13,000 X. That's no sell pressure. There is no sell pressure in here, obviously. But what would a 13,000 X? We're really let's just keep it consistent. I was thinking about toning it down, but let's keep it consistent. I think we did. Did we do 12? Oops. Did we do 1,200 X? Or is it 12,000? Lost it. But it's going to be, was it not 13,000? Where was it? I think it was 13,500. Dude, that could be a lot. I didn't select a token. Okay. 10X and 13,000 X is going to be 13. Let's get to 500. I want all my gains in there. You guys see that? I mean, come on, man. You talk about change your family tree. Jick bag, everybody. Hope you got your jick bag, because that is possible. Possible. I need to do the right direction. That is possible. You hear me? And that's no joke, guys. This is crypto. We just came out of a bear market of 4 years, almost 4 years of struggle and down and when is it ever going to recover kind of time. And that's our perspective for the last 4 years. We got to think about where we're going to be going into the next bear cycle. Bear cycle. We're going to be thinking, wow, crypto can go crazy. Yeah. Right now we're thinking just how bad it can be, like how not good it can be going into the bull run. But when we're coming out of it, we're going to be like, wow, I wish I'd positioned myself a little better for that. And then when you go into the next bear, you're going to be like, you forget how bad it is going into the bear, right? So, try to, I don't know, get your mentality straight, if you will. Thank you, Tommy Bibby, for reposting the stream. I really appreciate that very much. So, guys, $50 pTGC. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just take your breath away, man. Chick bag all day long, man. No, what do you say? I mean, we could just stop there and go have a day. I mean, what do you guys, tell me what you guys think about that. I mean, tell me what you guys think about the possible versus probable thing. What's you guys' opinion? I value your opinion. But while you guys are typing that in, let's go to the reflections calculator right here. pTGC. Yeah, we got to get our head down out of the clouds. Let's say you're going to do 10. No, I like to do 100 million. 100 million pTGC, experimental mode. And this is based on volume. Experimental mode, volume scenario testing right there. $10 million in volume. We have seen $2 million in volume on pTGC and UFO. So what would that garner you? $91 a day. I mean, sorry, 91,000 pTGC a day, $33 per day. UFO. There we go. What do we got here? We're going to do the same. Actually, we're going to do 500 million because you can buy 5 times as much UFO as you can pTGC. Is that? Yes. There we go. $10 million in volume, and it nets you $54 a day. Okay, it's more. All right, the next calculator we're going to look at is the locking calculator. I'm going to have it sit before we do this one. If you guys want to give me some parameters for the locking calculator, I'm all ears. You know, how much do you want to lock up? I can just throw it into the calculator. We have from history. Let's take a field trip. We're just going to have a little bit of fun today. All right, watch. This is the sheet where I track everything. Right here in monthly data. Now I'm going to go over to, I'm going to scroll over. We're going to find the average unlock. Hold on, guys. For the month of like August. There's your holding yield, staking yield, unlock. There it is. How much PTC was unlocked early? I wanted to see the average. Right down here on the lower right. You guys see that? Lower right is the average is 333. Last year it was 395. So we're below average. So let's pop that average in for this year, 333. But you can see how it fluctuates, guys. Like, I mean, in March it was 669 and then 575, 536. We were really down in July and June. This right here is because somebody messed up. But it is what it is. Okay, what did I say? 333. 333. So let's take this back into look into. There's actually 132 billion locked up now. Excuse me. And 333. So not as much. Your locked pTGC. Let's do 100 million, and then $1. Why am I doing such crazy numbers? Because it's easy for you guys to backwards math if you want to plug in your own bags. And we're going to just do 100% right down here. So if you have 9-year locks, for example, that would be a net you'd keep 90%. 90-day locks and keep 55%. And then you can plug in, you know, you guys can figure it out. And if listen, guys, if you don't know how to do it, like with a calculator and a pencil, put all your stuff into ChatGPT and just tell it. How much would I earn? Use some of this right here, and it'll tell you. Just tell it. Put all the stuff that I'm getting based on your bags and ChatGPT, and it will tell you. Just be careful that it's not hallucinating at the time. So here you go. So there is 132 billion locked up. If if we had unlocked 333 million in a 30-day period, and you have 100 million locked in a 10-year lock, and the price is now, $1, and we're 270, we're 2,700x from $1. So we got a long way to go, guys. But hey, I think we're heading there. You would earn $75,462. Does anybody know what that 75,462 tokens is worth at $1? I'm being silly. $75,462. I love locking. Yeah, it's like a risk, but the reward could be significant, very, very much so. The more you luck up, the more beneficial it could be. Yeah, man, it could be good. It could be uber good. All right, guys. Shall we? I think we're at an hour and 48 minutes. Man, I would love to we already reviewed the slides on Friday, so we're going to skip that part. We talked about that. I think we're going to skip that. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about positions and what kind of positions you can get? We can go to that chart, that spreadsheet, update it, and see what it costs. How to on-ramp. How to buy pTGC, just go to PulseX, set your slippage to 6% for pTGC or 7% for UFO. And just remember, we're here for X's, not a small percent. Yeah, it hurts. Yes, it hurts. Just buy it from a wallet you want to keep it on, and then keep it there. And then, attend these streams or jump into the Telegram, ask any questions, and get your feet underneath you, figure out what you want to do with this stuff, man. There you go. The Gray's currency. Join the Gold Circle Space Force. Go to secretobank.com. Hold on, I got to get to the slide. I'm skipping a bunch of slides. There's just not enough time in the day. Time in the stream to do this. But go to secretobank.com, select Gray's profile picture, upload your old profile picture, adjust it, download it, then upload it to your Twitter, Telegram, YouTube. We are inviting you to join the Gold Circle Space Force. Why? Because when our brand is seen all across PulseChain and on Twitter and YouTube, and what's the other one? It smacks of unity and unity, yeah, cohesion, like, and like you're a fan of the token that you hold. Like, everybody holds multiple tokens. What's that? What am I representing in my profile picture, though? Yeah, I got all these other tokens, but there's only one that I'm representing in my profile picture. Yeah, man, join us. That way, when you're in spaces, and people jump in there that maybe don't hold any yet, it makes an impression. You know, it really does. So get your gold circle, please, at secretobank.com. Now, we do have meetings, multiple meetings a week. Ecosystem walkthrough, which was today. Then and that's also on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Spaces, Monday, 5:30 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. Telegram voice chat, Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, Thursdays at 8 a.m. Pacific. And then what I'm going to be doing the PulseChain help desk Thursdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, and then Saturday at 5 a.m. Pacific. And Crypto Stylist has generously offered to help me with that. And I'm very excited about that because she's an A player. There you go. That's enough said. Do crypto on a wallet, guys. Don't take chances. This is big time. Crypto is big time. Welcome to the big time. Get you a hardware wallet. Okay. Use a hardware wallet. Don't use your stinking phone. But you might want to go get a Gray's currency phone case on the Gray's currency on pulsetgc.com. Just go to the store or whatever it is, swag link, and get you one of these. And you can also get stickers. Okay. And other stuff. Guys, it has been fun. And if you got any questions, you're going to have to ask them in the Telegram or PM me. You guys, if you subscribe to my channel and you like this video, you can send me a PM and you can ask me any questions if you do that. But we're going to shut it down so you guys can go have an evening. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the questions. And who was it? Jay Green. I hope that works out for you, man. Don't hesitate to reach out to anybody in the Telegram or myself and ask any questions. And Jerry, same thing, man. Just if you got more questions, find some people to talk to on the Telegram. There's guys in there day in, day out, people that have been in there longer than myself, and they can help you. Thank you. You're welcome for your dedication and consistency. You're appreciated, sore. Oh, there you go. I was wondering. Thought you were being I thought that was a dad joke. Okay, guys. Have a great evening. Prairie Banana out. See ya.